tap the top to go up, bottom to go down.
Oh.
But I
Oh!
it didn't work.
It didn't work.
Up.
It didn't work on mine.
Try it.
Gotcha.
It didn't work on mine.
Give it a quick tap. Your fingers are too wide. Maybe that's why. Only recognizes the yellow finger. You're doing good. Quick.
I can say that.
There's
My
also a
Asian
mic.
child.
There's also a mic. Right there. But yeah, so you just have to top it off. Nice, quick. Oh my god, it's my mother and my mom going at the same time.
So high, I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. dangerous times, don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind.
Hello, folks. We'll see if we can make this work this time. Give me 1 minute. Okay. Ooh. One of these, brought by Cody Graham, Metro Coffee Bar and Billiards, Kingsway, in Burnaby, BC. It's technically in Burnaby, isn't it? No, Vancouver. It's on the other side of the street, sort of thing. Anyway, Christine Tom versus MARYANN. Very competent lady shooters out here. See if I can bring in the challenge bracket. Oh, this is a B-side match. So let's see. MARYANN McConnell 567, Christine Tom 549. Even race to 5. Gotta be careful not to push. Looked good from here. Everything has a pocket, just has to keep the cue ball clean. Pattern play is so important in 8-ball. Trying to hold that cue ball for the 9 or I think it's the 14 up there by the 2 in the top right corner. Unable to pot the 10, and unfortunately for Christine, she's broke out the 3-4. So MARYANN's going to have a good opportunity. Will need to do something different with the 6, though. Doesn't look like it goes by the 10. This is pretty much the second time I've used the new EvoSports system. Just learning the little ins and outs. It's not too difficult, but it's a little different than what I would have done. So just confirming a few things. Might have been trying to hold the cue ball there for the 5. It's gone a little far, so maybe the 2. If you're taking the 2, you're leaving yourself somewhere in there, hopefully, for another shot at one of these 2 balls here. will probably use the 14 to control the cue ball. She may be able to slide past it, but it's really tricky to get over there and play the 6 bottom left. But, oh, maybe a little bump. Was it enough? Tried to develop the 6 ball. Get her to slide by that 10. The risky part there, as you can see, if it hasn't come over far enough, then she doesn't have anything else to shoot at. But the way she's walking around and lining it up, it looks like the 6 now goes. She's trying to get into this cone here. Little bottom left. Draws it right in between. Perfect. Okay, that's interesting. Haven't used that before. Cue ball thing. I like that. A little bit too much angle on the 3, but I'm kind of surprised she's taking the 3 now. Thought maybe the 5, but if she's got the right angle, she can still hold it there for the 5 in the top left. Maybe get straight, and you can play the 8 into the top right. That looks good. She's just deciding whether she needs to roll forward a little bit, just let it float, or whether she needs to draw it back. So all valid options depending on the angle and how you feel you're playing today. MARYANN tying it up 2-2. Race to 5. Challenge bracket is out. I will post it in the chat. Let me just figure that out. There we go. You can follow along with the brackets now posted in the comments on the EvoSports Streaming YouTube page. Growing very quickly. I think talking to Justin earlier today, they're now in 7 locations. They've added 7 locations in the last 60 days. So picking up. Not a bad break, but nothing falling down. At least nothing I saw. Did something go down? Or is Christine going to come back to the table? Looks like there was 32, no, 31, 30, 29 ladies entered in the tournament. It is handicapped. I don't know how Cody has done the handicapping, but I don't know whether it's based on Fargo or what, but not straight up, so it makes it even more intriguing. If you follow that challenge bracket posted in the comments, you can see who's still on the A side, the matches that are underway on the B side, and the very few people have actually been eliminated now. Christine with the 5 in the corner gets it to drop. Cue balls come out into an area where she has some options. 7 ball goes bottom left. 2 ball top left, so they all have pockets. The only one that's a little tricky is this 1 ball here. She's gonna have to make something work with that. She can start right now by playing the 4, bringing the cue ball off and bumping the 1. The problem with that is you don't know what you're gonna get left with. So try and develop a different plan that has a little less what's the word I'm looking for? One that's a little bit more clear, reliable, predictable. Doesn't need to move it now, can play it off there straight at the 14 and she'll have the 1 top left. She's looking at that 1 like it squeezes by the 9. If you like it, take it. The center ball should work. There you go. Not sure how tight that was, but good shot. Doesn't get a lot easier here. Still a little tricky to maneuver for that 2. 7 is kind of blocked a little bit from some angles with the 8 and the 15 there, so you can take the 7 now, try and draw back here for the 2. Whoops, that's a little long. She's on the wrong side of the 4. But can she see the 2 right now? I think the 8's still in the road. She's got the cut. The 12 ball probably protects the cue ball from the scratch in that corner, but you're going to have a lot of speed on your cue ball here. Tough to predict exactly how it's going to play with the 8 ball. As long as you hit that 12 ball fairly solid, it won't go racing around the table. You'd like to hit it just off center and come this way out to there. That's a great shot with the 2. Using a couple of balls to hold the cue ball up. Has ended up fairly fortunate. Looking at a nice shot to the top left corner, right where the 2 ball went, to regain her 1-game lead. Right in the center. Christine leads 3-2. Going over to the challenge bracket while we wait for them to rack. Other matches on the A side right now is Emmy Homanchuk versus Kathy McDonald. All the other matches are on the B side. Lori Mino versus Jamie Ishii. Lori Osterman versus Jackie Wagoner. Michelle Wary versus Amy Reed. And I think that's all they have on the go at the moment. Oh, sorry, it was 45 players were in the event. My bad. A race to 5. Christine with a ball off the break. A couple, actually. So a little bit of work to do here. High or low, you've got a couple of obstacles to negotiate. Start with the 5 or the, well, yeah, you know, I think the 5 ball's your starting ball. You can try and draw into the 10. Oh, she's taking on the 1. That might not be a bad idea. If she's got the angle, she can come off the 1 ball this way and get a little bit cleaner on the 5. Then she doesn't have to worry about hooking herself on the 4 with the 10. But it's a moot point if you don't drop the ball. MARYANN to the table. I think MARYANN just she did fairly well in the Northwest Women's Pool Association Tour. Let me see. Let me look this up. Speaking of which, the next NWPA tour stop is June 22nd, 23rd at the Golden Fleece. If I'm not busy, I'll pop on. Oh, it's not going to be on Evo Stream. Okay, well, that's the way it goes. MARYANN taking advantage of the good position Christine left her on the 5. One ball is obviously no longer a problem, but she still had to work out the 4 ball. Taking the 5 ball first leaves her decent position, just like this for the 4. She'd like to be able to take 2 and then the 6, one after another, but it all depends on how far off the rail she gets with the cue ball and the angle she has going into one of those 2 object balls. It looks like it's going to be the 6. And as far as that goes, it's going to be going back and across. Maybe even with a little bit of check siding to bring that tighter here. Trying to bring that in here. No, she's going for the 2. She's going to work way through the 14-9. Oh, she cheated the pocket. So that ball went in the left side of the pocket, I think it was. And then nudged the 14 out of the way. Shooter will always have a better viewpoint. What I think I see on the stream and what she sees are sometimes very different. Brings the cue ball out nicely for the 6. Should just be able to draw off that 6 ball with, a little bottom left. Maybe a little bit more left than bottom. Somewhere around there, trying to come into this bottom side rail and spin right back out. Halfway between where the cue ball and the 10 ball is right now for the 1 ball. She may draw it all the way past and just take the 8 out of play. Played it a little bit more safe. Just cinched the shape on the 1. Reduce the risk. Leaves a little bit of a longer shot, but it's not going to matter with that ball in that location. Just feeling the weight of the cue ball for the 8. And I think that will work. But tied up again at 3. Here is MARYANN McConnell. MARYANN played in 4 events on the Northwest Women's Tour last year. She finished 20th. And there it is, tied up at 3. Again, shout out to Cody Graham. Does a lot for pool in the Vancouver and surrounding area. Much appreciated, sir. Thank you for your time and your efforts. And Jose and the crew down at the Metro Coffee Bar and Billiards. Thank you very much. Appreciate all the support you give to the pool community. And to all the ladies taking the time out to play this weekend, congratulations, enjoy. I hope you have a lot of fun. I don't know how many matches we'll do tonight. I'll probably do 1 more after this. We'll see how late they're going to go. But we'll start a little earlier tomorrow. And a few things getting in my way today. Well, they'll start and play out any time because the whole system is automated by them. I'm just lucky in that I get to click a button and on comes the commentary. Provided, of course. Well, the stream is provided by EvoSports. Good break. Everything everywhere, but nothing falling. So I've rearranged my computer setup, and I keep catching my hand on the keyboard lip. So we'll just move that out of the way. That should stop. Don't hear that crash bang every few minutes. Christine doing the right thing by trying to get rid of her problem areas as quickly as she can. Not sure if that 11 ball is cooperating though. I think she's electing to take the 15 or the 9. The 15 looks like. Yep. Sometimes those balls that are closer to the center of the table can actually be a little bit more difficult because they're not really close to a pocket. Can make it a little trickier. Now, if that 11, I think that's the 11. If that 11 goes by the 6-5, Christine's still looking in good shape here. Checking out her options. She got the 9 ball, top right. Cut the 13 in and then bounce the 6 out of the way of the 11. But then you're pushing that 6 ball towards your 10 and 12. So not ideal. Looks like the 9's her choice. I like Christine's game. She's pretty solid. And of course, MARYANN's no slouch either. Large portion of the work done right there. Checking to see if the 11 goes between the 10 and the 8. Christine used to play in the Lower Mainland here. Or the Fraser Valley, Lower Mainland. Vancouver and area. How's that sound? And then she's moved into the interior of BC. Seems to be enjoying it. Her husband, Tom. No. Oh, drawing a blank. My bad. See, I've been holed up in my house too long. I'm starting to forget people's names. Jeff Tom. There we go. Well, she's come back to cut the 11 in the side. If she hits it right, she can hold the cue ball there with the 6, but it's a little risky. 6 ball might just bounce into the road between the cue ball and the 10. It's going to be a lot of movement here. Very tough to predict exactly how things are going to roll. Looks to me like she's going to bump into the 8, and she has to worry about hitting it thin and then going in behind the 7. Tricky. Oh, she's made the ball in the corner. Would have had decent shape on the 8, except the 7 ball's come back off the rail and gotten in the road. Getting out the jump cue. Maybe? Nope, kicking at it.
What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.
Taking her time, trying to find that right angle. So important to hit the cue ball clean. Don't put any unintended spin on it.
Dangerous times, don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever.
Just misses it. That'll bring MARYANN to the table with ball in hand and an opportunity to get on the hill. A lot of options here. If the 3 ball's frozen to the rail, you want to get rid of that now. If it's not frozen to the rail and you can cut it into the side without any issues, yeah, it's not a problem. Leave it there. This is another way to clear a ball off of a hole. She could play this 4 ball off the 3 in the side. Gotta push it down near the 1-2. You don't want it to go too far though. You gotta be careful of that. Oh, she wanted to just nick it. She did. She's got another option here. She can play shape for this area. Do the same thing with the 7 and have the cue ball roll down. You never know. Several different ways. You could shoot the 7 and just try and roll to the side rail and cut it up the rail. I don't know exactly how that thing is, that pink ball is sitting on the table. do not know where the tunes come from. They are on the stream. I'm assuming they're not in copyrighted material. Not exactly where she wanted to be, but she'll figure it out. Okay, clearly I got to speak a little bit closer to the mic to get this thing to stay consistent. That's my bad. Well, is she going to leave anything? She's going to leave a shot. Bank or a cut, both are there. It's just not the easiest execution. Be right back. All right. Christine on the hill. Trying to stay alive in the Tournament of Queens 2024 edition. Coming to you from the Metro Coffee Bar and Billiards in Vancouver, BC. Six ball down. Cue ball almost finds the drink, but a couple of extra collisions in there and it stays dry. High ball is looking like the option I would prefer. Everything highball goes. Might be a little tight, but it goes. Needs to run a bit more. in a little bit of trouble here now. Now you could try banking the 10. Bank side. You could try cutting the 13 on the side, but I think that's a very, very thin cut. And as a result, cutting the 13 that thin, you're going to send the 8 ball on a wild ride. He's looking at a 3-ball combination, 12, 5, 15. 15 bottom left. She's just playing safe here. Nope, she is going for the bank. Fooled me with the short draw strokes. Normally with a short draw stroke, you're generally lining up to play a short practice strokes. Normally when you do those really short practice strokes like that, you're thinking about hitting the ball fairly lightly. And I thought she might have been playing it safe there. It's always nice to see when the players are cooperating to get rid of the template. You hardly ever see issues or squabbles about that, no matter who's playing. A long 1 ball for MARYANN to get started. Gets it done. Has the 2. Not quite in line, but getting there. Has a lot of work to do here with the 7, 5, and 4. This is going to be a tricky one here. Trying to pot the 2 and then get the cue ball clear so you have another shot. The 2 in the side. She's made it, and she's pushed the 4 onto the 9. Don't believe she has a shot at the 5. May have to take the 3 into the top side pocket. We'll see what she decides. Looks like she can clip the 5. Super tight. She's taking a 3rd and a 4th look at it now. Got the 5, but a little unlucky. Did not get clear. She's going to have to kick at something. You know, if you think you're going to give up ball in hand anyway, you might as well shoot the 11 into the 4 and pop the 4 ball free right now. She may have the edge of the 4, actually, now that I look at it a little closer. Just trying to leave distance here. Clip the edge of the 4, go all the way down table without scratching. That's about as good as you could hope for from there. Christine back to the table with the edge of the 3 ball and no sign of the 7 and 4. Staring at an 8 and 9 ball wall there. Tournament is going on around them, so sometimes they have to wait for a player at another table to shoot. Just good etiquette. Makes the combination. Looks like that was the 12. Gave the 12 a little bit of a bump. Made it a little easier to go. A little more options there. Got 15 people watching on YouTube right now. Thank you very much for dropping in. Hope you're enjoying it. Christine keeping the cue ball on this side of the 4-7. She's looking at the 15. She doesn't like the 12, but you don't really have much of a choice. Checking out how to get from the 15 to the 9. Leave the 12 alone for another round. Could be. Oh, 12 ball hangs up. Sorry, 15 ball hangs up. She would have been on the 12 with a good chance to stay there for the 9. So. Time now for MARYANN's turn. Trying to stay alive and make it a hill match. Doesn't have a lot of options here. That 4-7. Is going to be a problem. She was probably wishing she wasn't, half inch or 1 inch away from her ball, but we'll see what MARYANN can figure out here. May go for a long bank. Just try and play cue ball control and not give anything back? Well, whatever you do, you have to pull the trigger eventually. Still weighing her options. If you can clip the 4 and make the 15, that's not a bad shot. Sure, you give your opponent a ball, but you don't give them the opportunity to make position off of it. Rail first to bring it around, or is she just going to hit it thin? Oh, no. Caught the 4. Oh, sorry. She was trying the 4. Sorry. Looked away there for a second, forgot what she was shooting. Clipped the 4, took the 15 out of play. That leaves Christine a long shot on the 9. Maybe the 10. She might have room to squeeze there on the 10, but I don't believe there is. So I think since we've got this working, as we move forward, I will do a lot of my streaming remotely via the Elo stream system, or the Evo stream system. And if you'd like me to do commentary for your event, then I suggest you contact Evo Stream and get them to install in your place. Christine with a very well placed 9 ball. Leaving that ball over the pocket puts a lot of pressure on MARYANN to not sell out. Oh, a little tired today, so probably not thinking the clearest. I was planning to go down to the Metro and stream live because I enjoy doing the live streaming as well, where I'm at the venue, but it's a little tight there today. They got the Euro Cup qualifiers, or was it the Euro Cup itself on there? So, and then with all the ladies playing pool, just didn't seem like a good move to start setting up my equipment in a corner. Not when I have this available. slices that 4 in the side. Watch the side pocket. Oh my gosh. MARYANN knew it too. She was standing behind it as it came off that right end rail. Passed right past the 9. Didn't even budge it. So Christine Tom with an opportunity to close out the match. Playing shape for that 12 ball first. Oof, listening to the sound of the rain outside. It's really coming down out there. Again, it's Colin Shield from Kickin' Billiards out here in Chilliwack, British Columbia, doing this remotely via the EvoSports System. But take your time. Be for sure. Be settled in your opinion before you take the shot. She would have liked to be a little straighter. I think that's the right shot there. Is take the 10. Take the 10 and just make sure you stay on the top half of the table. By that I mean don't come down below this line, because then you take a chance of being here. So kind of her to wait for me to remove my silly little lines before she shoots. Thanks, Christine. Well, she kept it on the right side. That's okay, because it's going to be very easy to draw off of this and just stun it right there. To get on the 8 and put this match away. Just need to play a little bit of draw on the cue ball. It'll go towards the point. You cannot scratch on it if you have draw. There you go. Excellent opportunity here. Christine will advance, taking down 5-3 over MARYANN McConnell. Okay, I'm going to step back for a moment, wait until they get another match going, and if I've got time, I'll come back and do another one. All right, have fun, folks.